Hey fam, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me for this general tarot reading. This will be for all signs, all humans, all good, no worries. Thank you so much for your time. Let's get into it. Okie dokie, gonna start with the archetypes. I pre-shuffled, but let's do it a bit more. That wasn't the best shuffle, oh my goodness. All right. The desert. I was just looking at that one in the book yesterday. The vessel. Interesting. I've seen the vessel at least a couple of times, but it's been a long... Oh, look, fam. I forgot to mention it yesterday with the fault line. Look at all that stippling. Isn't it beautiful? Sorry, that's my favorite. And if I'm going to comment when there is none, I might as well balance it out and be like, yay, there is some. Okie dokie. So the desert leaves us disoriented, desperate for direction, grasping for meaning, longing for solid ground. For endless miles, we are confronted with a lack of clarity and existential dread. We're thirsty, hungry, pleading with life to get back to normal, to become animated by the simple pleasantries of day-to-day life. The desert, kitty sneeze, the desert offers no such comfort, and all must pass through it. If you can embrace the discomfort of the desert, knowing you will someday reach water again, you can tap into the potent energy of the landscape. Its lights are blindingly bright, and its darks terrifyingly deep, which makes for unbridled creativity and clairvoyant visions. Truths reside in the desert that otherwise remain hidden. The crows, the shadows, and the coyotes' call surround you. Let the winds and sands work their deep magic, wary traveler. Okay then. I don't know about you, but life is, at least for me internally and in my mind, and you know, the esoteric, the more esoteric stuff, right? Life has been very interesting. I know we have a lot of planets in retrograde. There's a very interesting energy just vibing across the earth right now. The good, bad, and the ugly, right? Another kitty sneeze. When in the throes of the desert, contemplate the following. You are not alone. You have more supplies with you than you think. Water is very near. I hope so. The desert is alive and pulsing with energy despite its desolate appearance. Turn toward it rather than away from it. That just sounds encouraging. This whole thing just sounds like you got this. Keep going. When light, surreal, strange, unexpected visions, silence, when dark, drying, deadening, disorienting, isolating. Just reading that made me thirsty. My goodness. The vessel. The vessel may be the most powerful archetypal form on earth. It is everywhere. Cups hold liquid, stoves hold fire, our bodies hold organs, our homes can hold families. Through the simple act of separation, The vessel protects what it contains. Nests protect the eggs. Savings accounts protect our earnings. Even the planets are contained within their circular orbit. When this card appears, it's time to assess what is being held together and how. Is the vessel too tight, too loose, broken, empty, full? Or perhaps there is no vessel at all, and the contents spill in every direction. It is natural for structures to be formed and eventually fall apart. The vessel has a life cycle that must be honored. Is it time for you to build, break, or repair? You must find out. The mentor and the healer must pay particular attention to this archetypal form. Healing cannot be sustained without a strong container. You know, technically when I'm recording this is about 1:27 a.m. So you know how kitties are. Don't mind the noises. Thank you for your patience. The physical body is the most sacred vessel of all. It is the one in which you reside from your first breath to your last. It may need your attention. When light, stable, strong, graceful. When dark, trapped, being in a bubble. Well then. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been really getting into Reiki and just energy healing lately. And really been liking it, actually. It's interesting. Throughout my life, I've had these moments where my hands, especially my palms, were absolutely burning. And someone once, I swear I just heard someone say something. I'm the only one awake in this house right now. Huh. Interesting. And at one point someone told me, that's because you're a healer. Like, okay. I'm cool with that. Nostalgia. Focus on the here and now. Don't get lost in the sauce, fam. This is a very pivotal point in life for all of us, it seems. Don't get lost in the sauce. Whatever the sauce is for you, let it go. Sometimes for some of us, it's dark places in the past that are kind of trapped. You know, we're kind of locked in. I've been sorry. I totally lost track of this with the different sounds and things going on. This is interesting. What I was meaning to continue with when talking about the Reiki is, for so many of us, we deal with stress throughout our lives that would just, it's constant, you know what I mean? Like, of course, it doesn't just for some come in threes, you know how they like to say that. For some, it's just seemingly never ending. Now, are you creating that because that's what you're used to and therefore that's what your mind, you know, the law of assumption and attraction and all of that? Quite possibly. But when you know how to assume crash position so well, it can be really uncomfortable to get out of it finally, right? And that can really raise our cortisol levels. Now that's medical stuff. I am not your doctor. I've never been to medical school. So just from one human to another, please do some research. Please educate yourself. There are different exercises you can do, not only food, like if you're trying to, if you're tight on a budget and you're trying to figure out ways, because it feels like all the food that's affordable is so not good for you, right? I wonder why. There are things that you can do for free, not just meditation. There's plenty of people on YouTube showing what exercises and it can be really simple. You don't have to do yoga. You know what I mean? I just throwing that out there. Take that as you will. Maybe you're already doing it. But this is such a pretty card. I love the colors in that card. And there's, as weird as it is to say that about a picture with a burning tree, I've spent most of my life in the Pacific Northwest. I love trees. I'm constantly surrounded by them, right? But it's so ethereal, right? It's almost like they're in that in-between, not the upside down, but that like in-between kind of phase where, is it real? Feels real. There are things within you that you've been holding on to. And this is your, more so being asked with this, be sure about what is continuing along with you. Because if you're wanting life to change and you're wanting things to be different, it may be you who's keeping them from truly changing. And just keep in mind, like if you are into the law of assumption and such, and mind over matter and all of that, I know I am, so no judgment. And if you're not, that's cool, still no judgment. Oh no, please don't lose this thought, Amy. Come on now. Oh no. See, that's the thing about babbling. Sometimes when it's off the cuff, it's like, whoa. And sometimes you just veer off and you lose it, Sometimes it's almost like you're rooted in a container that is too small for you now, right? And if you stay there, they might as well just set you on fire. Please don't, no. But you know what I mean, figuratively, because you're holding back your own growth. As long as you're able to be in control of your future, some people are in really horrible situations. May you have all of the options, fam. Okay? You're spending the majority of the time daydreaming, wondering what could have been, if only things had gone the way you wanted. By doing this, you aren't giving yourself a fair chance. Truth is, there's nothing you can do to change what happened. No matter how many scenarios you craft in your mind, make improvements to your present, not your imaginary. Be sure to nurture what you've been given. Be sure to let yourself enjoy things in the present. Because as long as you exist, you do have things to enjoy in the present. There's a difference between accepting, okay, this is happening, this is where I am right now, and staying there, accepting it for life, and knowing this is okay right now because I know what's in store. I know what I want that is beyond this, and I'm willing to do what I know I need to do to get there. And I refuse to stay here, right? As long as you want that growth, as long as you have a different home you would rather live in, a different city, a different job, a different hair color, whatever the heck it is, this is your life. As long as you're, like if we're playing the Matrix, there are going to be rules. You don't want to ruin everything by not following certain rules because that's just not worth it, fam. That's still getting in your way, right? You don't have to understand them or agree with them, but you also don't need to get yourself, locked up for life either. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things, oh man, that sounds like I'm trying to recommend doing horrible things. I'm not. It's just I don't know who I'm talking to. This is the internet and I'm trying to cover all bases. All right. Whew. You often take on the pain of others. You used to think it was because you're an empath, but these days you're not so sure. Sometimes it feels like other people are emptying their emotions into you and giving nothing in return. Sometimes we even feel we've inherited pain from those who come before us in our family tree. This is your permission to let go. Your life is ultimately about you, not what other people expect you to carry for them. And quite frankly, if your ancestors have passed, they would want for you to live your life to the fullest. Or else what did they exist for? What was there anything for, right? Why were they taken on the chin? You know, why would, you know what I mean? And if anyone is trying to continue, even though they've passed, they still don't get to control you. And I better hope you don't learn any voodoo. Hey-o! Okay, moving on. Wow. Yeah, and no disrespect intended. No disrespect intended. There may be some who consider that a bad joke. I am sorry. But I know who I would really be apologizing to that, and it's not the Christians. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not messing around with that. If there's any religion I'm going to respect to the highest is voodoo. I'm just saying. Why would royalty have anxiety? Why would anyone harnessing their true powers, their highest potentials, their best energy, have to be anxious about? And what if continuing is why things continue? What if it's now not so much in your 3D, it's only in you? Because you're so worried, you're so, there's a pain there, a fear of just same old, same old. Not if you don't want it to be. Harness your mind. Now I'm thinking of Total Recall, but the like one with Arnold, the open your mind. You know what I mean? Oh man. The subconscious doesn't care. It only knows what it's told to know. You know what I mean? And it's going to regurgitate it right on back to you over and over again until you retrain it. I think you already know this, though. I think that's what you're trying to do, and that's why it was the queen of... Oh. I like that one. I like that. To give is to receive. Let's party. All right. I like that spot, so I'm just gonna cut the deck now, okay? Boop, boop, doo. It's clarification time. All right. Maybe. We shall see. Boosh. Oh my goodness gracious. Yep. Damn. How are we going to start on the Ten of Pentacles when... How is that? That is the first dang tarot card? Really? Okay, so then my question is this your hopes and dreams? Is this your end game? Is this what you're trying to achieve? Right? Or, I guess I'll just, okay. So this card, wow, Pentacles, okay. This card is usually for collaboration, right? And I always say that as long as you're the one at the chisel, I have nothing to complain about. For me personally, you don't have to agree. I always think of co-creating with the divine, which, yeah, of course you are. If you yourself are a divine being, right? Even if you're Christian, hello, Holy Spirit is within you, huh? Boosh, that's all I'm saying. So, Pentacles, we can think of money, but it's earth. You know what I mean? It's the foundation. It's everything. But yeah, it can also be money. Yeah. So, we have family, chosen, biological, whatever family means for you. And collaboration, so maybe work, maybe. Oh, there's the swords. Specifically with swords and what is it, the wands, folks have a tendency to talk about how they've really been through a lot, these particulars. So very much. And this masculine energy has clarity, mental clarity. There's no confusion anymore. And even if there's stuff that they don't necessarily know about, they know how to learn. You know what I mean? They know when someone is full of shit and when someone's being sincere and they are just and fair. I mean, there's no details. We're just going to roll with it. Maybe YouTube won't be mad at it. I normally cover them, but whatever. So automatically, I think of hopes and dreams. Bada boom. But right now, I'm feeling this is another point for balance. For not only having a foot in both water and on earth, but how it can be okay to have your head in the clouds as long as your feet are still planted on the earth, right? I feel like I have mastered this. Let me know if you want any pointers. I don't know if I can give them, but I can try. I don't know. To each their own, right? There's a freedom to this, right? An absolute freedom. So maybe that goes hand in hand with the clarity. Wow, Jesus, goodness with this reading, fam. I don't know what I was expecting with these types of cards, but this wasn't exactly it. I feel like this is such a pivotal point in life. And it's like a breath away from, I don't know. What do you think? What are you looking forward to? You know what I mean? You want to take care of people. Maybe not even those in your immediate circle. Maybe you so badly want everyone to be okay. Hurt hurts, right? If people can just stop hurting, then they won't be hurting. Maybe you've just, you've really been turning to religion, or you've really realized there are certain aspects of spirituality that are real, and you're figuring out what that means for you. And either way, life is changing. Maybe you're not seeing it just yet because maybe you're still, for some anyway, in that point of I've changed. Why can't I like everything else? You know, and that whole like it follows, it doesn't proceed. Blah, 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 blah. Like it's about to proceed or it's about to follow because you've proceeded, right? Next chapter. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's freaking go, fam. What's up? Where we going? This chariot, that's two. This chariot has their own stars all over that canopy thingy, right? And on their dang head. They are led by the divine. They are led by the spirit, by their intuition. But it's not, you know, it's not a trend. You know what I mean? It's your core. It's your, I don't want to say truest self, but I can't think of a better word. Like I've been trying to figure out a better word for that because I feel like your highest self and your truest self, like I feel like most people are using it for lack of better words. You know what I mean? That intuition has become louder and louder, and you've become more in tune with it. And there have been, oh my God, there have been things that have been happening, huh? You can feel it, can't you? And sometimes, like, you know what they say, that sometimes you'll have like that dark night of the soul, and then it's like, boom. That's because that thing, that catalyst of the greatest kind is about to happen. I may not know exactly what that means for every single one of you, but I know that you've got it, that you've got this. I feel like that's just the theme of my channel. That's why I made this channel, fam. Just to be like, you got it. Hey, keep going. Please keep going. Oh my goodness gracious. That's a lot of mask. Oh, you know, we got some balance. But otherwise, that's a lot of masculine energy there. Boy, howdy. Holy cow, pipe Batman. We have two kings. Mental clarity and earth. Those foundations. See, you want to take care of people? Okay. All right. Wow. Goodness gracious. It's as if the dark side of things came out right from the get-go. Wow, it's seriously, it's like, well, you know, when that happens, it's like when they say, there's this one reader that I like to watch sometimes who will say, well, anytime I see a 5, I want to know where, you know, if you're going to have some darkness, there's bound to be some light. Okay. This looks rough, and that's okay. Because my favorite thing about this card is, here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. I swear I sing that every video. This one, there may be those who think, have you ever been called a drama queen and you just felt like, you know what, shut the fuck up. You don't even know. You don't even know, right? They don't even know, fam. How deeply are they the ones who have placed any of these swords in your back? I bet they don't know. They might feel bad for what they did, right? They might have to hold themselves accountable. It's right up there, fam. Let it go. Not only should you be letting it go, but fam, this is the end of a cycle. If nothing else, oh my goodness, here I am getting all verklempt again, talk amongst yourselves. But like, this, oh my goodness. Oh, I love to. Okay, listen. It's the end of the cycle. So whatever is going on, whatever is trying to hold you back and keep you locked in, whether it's generational trauma from your mama, or crappy friends and the betrayal over the years, the cheating, the lies. That's done. You know better now. You have learned so very much, and this has been an incredible evolution, because now, you know you can do anything. You survived all of that. This, whether it's all internal and people can't even see your scars or not, whatever it is, however horrible and bad it has felt, it's never happening again. It can't. Not only, depending on who we are, would we never put ourselves in that situation again. We know all too well what happens. But we just... You don't have to shut yourself off from the world. You don't have to... It's kind of like, I was just saying this last night. It's not like, well, this guy broke my heart, so, I hate all men. I mean, it's usually more than one guy, but, or a woman, or whichever. My friend was, someone I know anyway, was bitten by a golden retriever, and he is terrified of them. That happened in his childhood. He's, what, at least, no, he's in his 30s still. Like, I'm not but, like, you know what I mean? This particular happened, and it's like this thing, this poison within you that, like, you flinch whether people see it or not. You know what I mean? Those minute things. It's over. It's over. So you hold on, because it's go time. All right? Wow. Okay, let's get the... Come on right now. Fam. That is 3 10s on the board. Sorry, this is a tabletop easel. 3 10s. Are you kidding me right now? Oh my goodness. 3 10s, 2 kings, the freaking chariot, and the star? You may be parched, but you are about to find the oasis, fam. Let's go. Please send me an invitation to the wedding. You know what I mean? Like, if that's you, if you want to, eventually, whatever. You don't have to. I'm certainly not going to tell you what to do. You don't need me to. I'm just going to be here to be like, yay, keep going. You got this. I can do that all day, fam. I can do it all day. I got a playlist. Bam. It hurts. I'm never going to discredit you on that. They can't see what I see. Please, if you've ever been pouring salt in the wounds, please stop. Bit by bit, we retrain our subconscious. We take control. Or, some semblance of control as a human over ourselves and, the grand scheme, divinity, and all that, Let's see what the epilogue is. Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. Okay. Huh. Interesting. I did not see that coming. What's on the bottom? Okay. 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 So, just gonna put that there because I'm gonna yap. When I see the 5 of Swords, I think of burning bridges. I think that there are people who aren't going to realize why they're being left behind. Or there are people who fucked around and they found out. Same old, right? You are dream building and it's turning into reality. Absolutely. The only one who can get in your way is yourself. So if there's toxicity in your life, if there are people around you currently that you know darn well that you have no business trusting them, why the heck have you drawn them closer to yourself? Even if it's a matter of, bring your friends closer and your enemies closer, even if it's a matter of that, be very careful about that kind of energy, right? It's okay to protect your energy, to have the boundaries. Like if you're wasting time with things like pettiness and such, fam, cut the cord, let them go. There's been this weird thing lately with where it seems like for certain people, pettiness is almost like a badge of honor. It's like it makes you a baddie or whatever. And that's just, if that's one way of dealing with your trauma or how you're handling things, then okay. But I can't look past the fact that the person in the foreground seems content with their choices. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I know better now. I see you. You can't hide your manipulations and your BS from me anymore. You're trying to gaslight me, and I don't hear you. And I mean, the Ace of Cups is easy. Is it love? Have you been trying to heal so that you can open yourself back up to love? Right? Because, it doesn't, if you're just perfectly content, doing your thing and you don't, you're just meh, that's okay. Whatever fulfillment is for you, you definitely are on a new adventure. I feel like the fact that you yourself has changed, that's the proof that you're already in a new beginning. It's already go time, fam. You're already there. And that's why you need to live like it. Don't get crazy with the finances and stuff. If, don't lose touch with reality, but don't let reality tell you what it is. You know darn well what you're, what I mean? What you want and all, what you're striving for. Strive it, live it. You want to be happy. You want to do work that you love and be around people who actually care about you. That you're all giving and receiving and inspiring one another, and any kind of competition is healthy. Instead of mere criticism, is constructive, and it's not demeaning or condescending in any way. You're coming out of crash position and you're working out the kinks and getting the knots out of your shoulder blades. You know how they like to do because you've been sitting at a desk all day. Stretch your limbs, fam. Let your soul purr. This is your life. And no one else is going to be living it for you. Not your parents, not your honey, not your kids, not your ancestors. Learn, be inspired. Don't worry about the comparisons. There's no room for jealousy when you know who you are. You know what you're capable of, and it's more than, others may have told you or anything else that you were led to believe, or whatever the negative vibes have been. They're just, that's just not it anymore. If you can just hold on and continue this path that you've been on, recently. At least for the past year. At least. I think it's just become more and more obvious to you. You know what I mean? I think that you've been learning things that have really been helpful for getting your mind right. Getting your head on straight, because hello. It's not just mental. It's everything. It's goodness gracious. There's no wands. I just realized there's absolutely no wands. There isn't even a magician who has all of the elements. But when I took the cards out of the deck, the magician didn't want to come. It was like, I'm just going to stay here and make sure you notice me. I think it's because you've had passion all along. That's not where you've been lacking. You've been learning how to believe in yourself, how to realize your creativity and your passions, because this is also creativity. This is, wow. Your foundational cycle's completing. Your internal mental state and all of that is completing. Your heart, your feelings. This is all coming to fruition. There's balance now with your hopes and dreams. Wow, I feel like there's something else, and the reason why I keep going on and on is because I'm trying to grasp it, you know what I mean? What's that thing? What's that final thing that I feel like is on the tip of my tongue? Wait. I want to say it's Mark Twain, possibly. Sing like no one is listening. Love like you've never been hurt. Dance like no one is watching. And live like it is heaven on earth. Why do you keep asking the same question? Whatever you need to let go, you know what it is. Let it go. It no longer serves. You learned. If there's still regret, it means you didn't finish learning that lesson. I don't know if you need like someone in particular who can help guide you through it, whether it's a therapist or a life coach. I kind of feel like a lot of current, present day, at least the people I follow on YouTube, tarot readers are kind of like life coaches, right? Like, I believe in you. You've got this. Look at this. There are 3 10s. What in the what? Oh man, if I busted out the other deck, would we get the ones? That would be funny. I almost want, oh goodness. I'm going in, fam. I'm doing it. This is going to be a little bit long. It's just, boop. Lit a fire under your ass, didn't it? Ha 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 ha. Boop, boop. Because I don't think that was, what's this one? Trying to peek. As the yellow van turns. I used to work for Service Master. That was my first real job. That's fire and water damage restoration. I'm still very finicky about lit candles. Real, not battery operated, lit candles being left alone in a dang room. Do you know how many homes I've had to go into that are pure charcoal? Because somebody left a candle burning, I was just going to come right back. Yeah, okay, good. Dang. Like, it doesn't need to happen. But that was like, you know, being my first real job. That was where I learned like there can be work drama and all these different personalities that we have to deal with, right? Maybe that's a part of it for someone. Oh my goodness, this print or page of freaking cups just got stuck under my nail and went flying. Okay. What? Let's ask for clarification on the Five of Swords. Can we have some clarification on the Five of Swords, please, and thank you? What just fell in my lap? Oh my goodness. There's the Wands. I said what I said. Fam, get the... There's the Nine of Swords again. Fam, come on. Why am I hearing Kylie's? I just can't get you out of my head. Blah. Come on. Get out of here. I don't want you anymore. The Queen of Wands. What was it that I said? The swords and the wands. King and queens. People are always like, these ones have been through it. But the Queen of Wands, to me, is also on par with the Magician. She's the Witch of the Tarot with her little black kitty familiar. Right? What are the notes? Courage, confident, independence, focused, zest for life, determination, joy. Okay, so I was asking for clarification on the Five of Swords. So maybe it's a matter of you're worried about those that you've worked with, that you've collaborated with. But, are you meant to be a leader? Are you meant to be the one in charge? Did you get a promotion and some people are upset because they didn't? Is that the work trauma? But I also feel like it's like confirming that you know what to do now. You know who you are. And you're not changing your mind. Right? Oh my goodness. All right. Well, you know, 10 of wands can just have its burdensome fun somewhere else then. Bam, my goodness. Rock on. Get it. Fucking get it, fam. Whatever you're doing, you're on the mend. You're like this cycle, these cycles, all of these things. Do not give up. Please do not give up. This is it. There's just those final things that you're letting go of, that you're working through, and you are thirsty. So just make sure your vessel can hold the water. For all these cups, baby, because your cup is about to run over. It's running over. What do you want? You want it. You got it, fam. I've actually been walking around just like, I want it. I got it. I want it. I got it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Right? You can do whatever you put your mind to, and that's not just a little ditty on a Hallmark card. You're the real deal. And everyone that comes anywhere near you is going to know it because they already have. Otherwise, why would they try to take away your power and shove you down? They know. They can feel it. It's a good thing because so do you. Alrighty, fam. Thank you so much for joining me for this incredible reading. My goodness. Woo! Fam, when I went to pick up the deck, this is how it came up. Like, come on, what? That, I was like, wow, that's 4 10s on the board by the time we're done. 5. Let's party. Let's go. It's go time. Let's go. Where to first? Thank you so much. And always remember that I love you.